You're listening to the Birds on Powerlines podcast, and in this episode of our podcast, we're back to talking about Star Wars. If you're new to listening to Birds on Powerlines, we typically talk about fandoms. Sometimes we throw in a little bit of travel or other things, but it's typically fandoms, things we're enjoying, things we're excited about. That's what we talk about, and we release a podcast every second Tuesday of the month at this point. And I think we're into our second year of podcasting. So if you're new to us, please check us out. Other things that we've discussed if you're into fandoms and
a lot of Star Wars.
A lot of Star Wars,
Yeah.
Doctor Who, things like that. 21 Pilots. One of our recent podcasts was on Breach. So if we're 21 Pilots fans, all right, so in this podcast, I said we're talking about Star Wars again, and specifically, I'll let you introduce what we're talking about.
Kind of going back a little bit, and we're looking at, since season 3 of the animated Star Wars anthology, Star Wars Visions, recently, at the time of filming, released a few months ago, season 3 released, so we just went back and watched seasons 1 to 3 since they're pretty short episodes.
Yeah, we saw season 1 a while ago, so we needed to refresh our memory. And you said that 3 of the episodes in season 3, or volume 3, are brought back from volume 1. Yeah. I think it goes by volume, not season.
Volume.
So needed to refresh our memory on that. And I wrote down when they all came out. So volume 1 came out in 2021. Volume 2 in 2023, and the latest volume. Did I say volume 3? I said volume 2. Volume 2 came out in 2023, and volume 3 came out in October of 2025. So we're a little delayed, but we were doing other things. And then we were thinking what we were going to do, because we would normally right now be recording something for the Doctor Who Christmas special.
Yeah, but
and there was no 2025 Doctor Who Christmas special. So so we went back and we were doing Star Wars Visions. And so we'll see what happens with Doctor Who in the future. So that's why we're doing this
next year, maybe. I
don't know. We'll
year,
see.
But
I mean, that's
I think there's going to be one next year. But
hopefully. I'm missing my Doctor Who. Maybe we'll have to go back and watch some of the retro episodes. I don't know. And you can probably tell, but I'm getting over a cold. So we've had hellish weather here for the last week. So my cold is matching the weather that we've had. But we'll troop on. So I might end up putting a cough candy in my mouth as we do this. Yes, and also if you are listening on audio platform, we're also on YouTube, Birds on Powerlines podcast, and then we're on a variety of audio platforms. Just to remind you, if you are a new listener and you want to check us out and you're on audio, you can see us on our YouTube channel. All right, so let's get into this, and I think what I did is I went back and we went through the other volumes. I just sort of wrote some notes. I don't want there to be a lot of spoilers here, just in case you haven't seen these before. So I don't really want to do spoilers, because it's not like we typically would review a season of something, and there's definitely going to be huge spoilers in our podcast.
These are all individual stories.
Yeah, and I didn't think I didn't want to talk in depth about each one, but just sort of my perspective. So there might be some mild spoilers from my perspective, but not overall plot spoilers. Okay, so looking back at volume 1, so do you want to talk about what the concept is here, like anime or?
So it's
if you're not familiar,
9 episodes per season, and seasons or volumes 1 and 3 were mostly, if not entirely, done by Japanese animation studios.
They were entirely.
Okay, I wasn't sure about the last.
I checked.
Okay.
The very last one
in season 3. Volume 3.
Pulled in volume 3. Yeah. Pulled in a few other things, but it was still Japanese.
Okay. So both of those volumes were done, I guess, entirely by Japanese animation studios, and then volume 2 was more international studios, just from kind of all over.
Yeah. So a different animation studio. So yeah. Okay. All right. So
they're all like short.
Yeah, they're like
15
to 20 minutes,
15 to 22-ish minute episodes.
And we
non-canon, self-contained storylines.
We've kind of, binged them in the last 3 days. So they're all very fresh. Okay, so going back to the first season, and I'll be honest, when I first watched the first season.
Oh, and we watched it dubbed. We watched seasons 1 and 3 dubbed, which is not something I would normally do, but just to put that out there, just so you know.
Okay.
I would more recommend watching the subtitled versions, but that's just a personal preference. But anyway.
Is that because we're not? Okay.
Anyway.
Anyway. Okay. So let's just get into that. So the first time we watched season 1 or volume 1, it was dubbed. It wasn't dubbed. It was subtitled.
Yeah, because I insisted on it.
Yes.
But the second time I
yeah. Anyways. All right. So the first episode is the duel, and I think that's your favorite, right?
It's one of my favorites. Yeah. Like, I mean, even overall, but I think just generally, yeah. Speaking, yes.
Yeah, and this time,
and
we're not taking turns here. We're just talking about each one. Okay, because usually we take turns and talk about our thing, but we're not doing that.
They're so short. We're just gonna.
You're just gonna talk. So go ahead.
Yeah.
This is one of your favorites.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Well, actually, all I really wrote here is one of my favorites, and I love the visuals because like that's honestly the thing that really drew me to it. Like both like and keeps me coming back to that specific one because I just really like the visual,
the black and white
style
with
and a few like all the lights and the sabers and what it really nice, and like it was a really cool blend where you can't really tell if it was 3D animated or 2D because like it has like that, it's in that like weird little like sweet spot where like it probably is 3D animated, but it like this is the art style. I really like it, and like it looks kind of
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think it's mostly. I think it looks 2D to me, but
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it just isn't that weird little.
The one thing
where,
that
like,
I noticed
really
with
cool.
many of these is when they bring in the Imperial ship. Mm-hmm. That's 3D.
Yeah. Well, because it would be hard to get something of that.
And a lot of them seem to use the same. I don't know, same aesthetic for it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
sure. Okay.
It's funny.
Anyway, yeah. I really liked it, and part of my like love for that episode is it kind of expanded because there was, I think like around 2021, around when the first season came out, there was a book published, like a book officially published that like kind of expanded on that episode, and that storyline and stuff, and I really liked the book.
Yeah, I do like that storyline.
Yeah.
And I felt at the end of the first season, I wanted to know a bit more about this guy.
Yeah. So there is that book.
Clearly a Sith collector. Interestingly,
Sith hunter
type, or whatever. Yeah. And that comes back and that was my impression in the first season, and then it comes back in the third season. Mm-hmm. So yeah, because not to be spoiler, but you just see he has a bunch of red kyber crystals in his cloak towards the end, right? Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I wanted to know a bit more about that. It was a good story. I enjoyed that story. I liked it because it was sort of cohesive in that short. So yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And like it brought you into it. You didn't really need to know anything about it, like about like the overall context surrounding the storyline, how the yeah. So it was good. I liked it.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one.
Yeah.
The next one in season 1 is Tatooine Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And I just wrote down okay.
Oh, okay. I wrote down it was cute and fun. But
yeah, there needs to be something a little bit more fun, I think.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of the episodes are pretty heavy.
Yeah, I think certain ones like they kind of blend between, like they kind of in the overall arc of each volume, it kind of like flip-flops between like more like ones that are definitely more like child-oriented stories.
Yeah, I mean, that's that was
younger audience.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I like the story.
Which is good because Star Wars is for everyone. We've got
I have I'm going to tell you about my overall feeling about. Should I say that about the season? I'll do it at the end.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we've got everything from Andor to Rebels, and I mean not
sure.
Clone Wars
I mean,
so
and
much,
you got a good variety of stuff, but I feel like a lot of them were pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So this was nice. So the concept here is that they're a rock band.
Yeah,
right, and they're on the run for a certain reason, not to spoil it. But yeah, so the ending is kind of fun. Yeah. Right. So again, I don't want to have a lot of spoilers.
Personally, for that one, I very much prefer the subtitled version.
The
dub version is just a little funny.
When we put those, I was like, oh, silly. But yeah, so I mean, it's got a nice, and it's a nice little cohesive story.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I like it. So the third episode is the twins. Mm-hmm. The first thing I did write this down. Mm-hmm. It's a play on the idea, like with the Acolyte, a dark twin and a light twin.
Or I was thinking it was like a parallel, like Luke and Leia, but what if they were like?
Sure,
side,
it could be, but then I feel like a lot of these shorts, and I'm going to say this quite often as we talk about this. A lot of the shorts bring out some sort of Star Wars tropes, I guess, or things. They always have in it. So
this first season, I very much noticed almost everything's focused on kyber crystals. For some reason, almost everything has some kind of something with kyber
crystals. Yeah. So and I mean the animation on this one was different.
Yeah, I liked it, and I am familiar with the studio Trigger. I didn't write down what other things. I know I've watched other things that they've done, but I like their animation style, and I liked this one specifically.
It's a little bit more shocking.
Yeah, it's more vibrant, big pulsy colors and all the cool angles. I like that.
And they do
that.
A lot.
Yeah.
This was the fight scene in there was good. There's a fight scene in this one, so not saber fight scene, but I mean there is, but it's out in outer space, and there's a thing. Cool. Yeah. It's not like your typical dual fight scene, right? So, which I found interesting. Yeah. And it added a little bit of an edge to it, I think. Mm-hmm. But yeah, again, I don't want to spoil it. So there's that one. Mm-hmm. And the next one is The Village Bride, and then this one was one that has a follow-up.
Also this one's another one of my favorite. I'm very glad that the two ones that are my favorite from season 1 got follow-ups
in season 3.
I'm very glad for that. I'm very, very, very glad.
Yeah, so this one I felt was very Japanese.
Sure, okay.
Do you know what I mean? In terms of storyline, I just felt that way.
Yeah.
In terms of they're all very Japanese in terms of the way they
I don't know. I was thinking
maybe not Tatooine Rhapsody, but
okay, sure, yeah. Well,
but this one is with the bride and the whole kind of
Oh, okay, I don't know. I just like the whole theme of the story, and there's the parallels again between the Force and just nature, that type of thing. And I really like the visuals on this one specifically. I know the same studio Kin Messengers did this one, and then the last one Akakiri. But the visuals were different between them, and I just really liked,
I found that interesting. In season 3, I noticed that they
also did the same.
They did very different visuals in one animation house, and I was like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, and I just really liked how the character designs, how they visually looked in this one, and I just liked the main character F. I just liked her. I don't know why. I just did.
I didn't realize that her name was F until the 3rd season.
Oh well, that's because we haven't watched. That's because you didn't watch the subtitled version. They say her name.
Anyways,
but, yes, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I liked it. It was a nice story. I liked it. I don't know, and I thought the whole. I'm
actually surprised that you.
I really liked the soundtrack actually.
Okay, I didn't pay attention to that. And actually, when I was looking on Wikipedia, I've noticed that they actually talk a little bit about the music.
Yeah.
And some of the animations are music heavy, and others are not. So it's kind of interesting, especially that very last one. Yeah. But we'll get to that.
Yeah. But this one and then the duel, those are the two
those are your favorites?
Those are my favorites, yes, but also that one and those two soundtracks especially I do listen to outside of
Oh, you do?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes, actively
That's cool.
do. Yes.
Very cool. What did I say about The Village Bride? I said Jedi on the Run. Yeah, we get that a lot.
Yeah.
And I didn't really get that much of that in the story. Like, it was really focused on the bride.
Yeah, it was more
and
focused on the
her.
dynamics of the
So
planet,
at the end, I didn't really. I felt like I didn't really understand. In this one, there's a warlord, okay, and I didn't really understand his origin.
Well, no, I think the reason for the warlords, basically the Empire came in, stripped their resources.
It filled the void of the Empire.
Yeah, and then
is
when
that
the Empire
what
left,
we're doing?
the warlord came back.
But I didn't really understand why he had to come back and take somebody.
Because he wanted to keep. He needed to make sure that the villagers wouldn't
Yeah,
riot.
I mean, to me
there was kind of it's. I've seen that trope before, where the
so
big
to
bad
me
guy
this
comes
was
in,
sort of secondary.
takes a hostage, basically.
Do you know what I mean? Like it was a focus, but it ended up being secondary in that they didn't flesh it out. So that was sort of like the
sure. Well, I mean, then they get a second episode for the main character more.
Yeah, but I mean, if I was going to say anything about this, this is why this was not one of my favorites, because it didn't have a story that I fully appreciated.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like I look at it in terms of story, you look at it from different perspectives.
Well, no, I mean, I was thinking the story more of it was just because I mean the reason F was on the planet was to look at the people's their relationship with the planet itself.
I understand that, but that isn't.
I guess that was kind of the focus for me. That's what I thought.
Yeah, it was, but this story was not as tight as some of the other ones, and that was sort of thing. I know that you like this one very much, but I get it, which is fine. But it was not one of my favorites.
I mean, I did not think that there was going to be a sequel to it.
I like the sequel more than this one.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
Okay.
So this one was not my favorite. It was not.
Okay.
The Ninth Jedi was the next episode. So interesting plot. I like the edge on that one. There's a thing that happens with the father, and then again, I don't want to spoil it, but this one has a little bit of an edge to it. I like it if there's a bit more of an edge. Sure. And sort of and it did leave you hanging. So this one does come back in season 3,
and it will again in the future.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that. So I thought it had a really interesting plot line. I like this. It didn't follow a lot of the same storylines as the other ones, and that's why I kind of liked it. So I like that. But why 9? That's the part. Why is there 8 and then 9?
There just wasn't, because they
didn't explain that.
No, because they sent out the.
Yeah, but why that number?
Juro sent out a bunch of these tracker things, but only a certain amount. I guess 8. I don't remember. Only 8 actually came.
Only 8 actually came.
And
it's about and sort of the through line of this story is to try and reestablish Jedi.
Jedi
is what's happening.
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about. Yeah. So there's this benefactor who's
Magistrate Juro
has an understanding of certain. I don't know how he knows, but he sent out
he's a Jedi.
Message. I guess
he's a Jedi,
but not all Jedi seem to find all the other Jedi.
I don't
know.
So,
but anyways,
plot.
So there's that.
Okay.
So you have to suspension of disbelief. Okay, and then the thing that I found interesting here was that I was always under the impression that the Jedi have to make their own sabers, and here we have a sabersmith.
Yeah.
So I found interesting.
Again, this is just completely not canon.
Yeah, it's not canon. Yeah. So this part was it was interesting. Yeah. All right, so we have a sabersmith in this one. All right, so the next one, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Hey, I am not talking about
you have more. I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
I was not.
Oh my gosh. All right. Okay.
Yeah, to me, honestly, I think our feelings on both the Village Bride and then the Ninth Jedi, I think ours are the opposite, because honestly this one was not my favorite. It never really has been.
This one isn't my favorite, but I like it more than the
it's
the
okay. And I feel really bad for saying that, because it's a production IG episode, and I love
see, I have no bias.
I'm really
in terms of animation. This one is very into anime, and I am a novice.
Two of some of my favorites, my one favorite anime of all time, which is Psychopaths, is a production IG IP. And it visually it looks great. I can totally tell that it is them. All the backgrounds are set set design. Whatever the equivalent is to that. Like the backgrounds are great. I mean, of course, like there are some things like that are like a little bit, but like visually it looks great. I really like that, and I love like all the cool like weird angles, all the shifting, that type of stuff. But like I don't know. The story was fine. It was just okay, I guess. Anyway, yeah.
You're so excited that you're like,
well, yeah. I really like
this is that's going on back here.
Sorry.
It's very excited.
Okay. Next one.
You love Psycho-Pass so much.
I really do.
I don't know. We could talk about Psycho-Pass in another thing. But you just think the level of excitement that's going on back here. Okay. All right. So the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to introduce it?
Yeah. So TOB1.
I don't know if is it Toby? Or is it TOB1?
I think it's TOB1.
Okay.
But yeah, I like this. It was cute. I liked this one was another one where I liked the soundtrack because it was unique. It was more it stood out to me.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say a similar thing about one of the ones in season 3 as well. But I don't know. I liked it. It was cute. I liked the almost like watercolor-esque type like animation style. I don't know. I just thought it was cute.
I love this one.
Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, I think you did the last time we watched it too.
Yeah. Seeing season
the
volume 1, I still like this. I'll tell you which. I think it's probably my favorite.
It's kind of giving like Pinocchio-esque.
Yeah, well, I like it. It has
which is fitting because like Star Wars is now is Disney, so
it had a very different look.
Yeah,
which stood out to me.
Yeah.
And honestly, the story was different.
I don't think I've watched anything by that same studio, but I liked
it.
Looking at what they've
really
done,
liked it.
I have not actually like the visual style in that episode doesn't really look like what they've done before, from what I can tell. Looking at the posters,
I don't know. It looked great. I love the visuals. I like the storyline. So basically, again, not to have a spoiler, but you've got a droid who dreams of being a Jedi. And some not so happy things happen to him. And I thought, can droids be Jedis? I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know, but I
think like,
but he's actually not. How do they describe him? He's
canon,
not really a droid. He's a cyborg.
Oh, is he?
That's what it says, cybernetic, right? If you look at the description.
Oh, I didn't.
I did. So I was like, is he a droid or is he not a droid? But
I think he's a droid.
He's more like Data. That's what I think.
I guess, sure, yeah.
He's more like a Data.
Living
yeah.
droid.
That's what I think he's supposed to be more like that. But so really good story. Really nice. Again, cohesive story. I want to know more about this character. I want to know what happens to him. That's, to me, I'm all about story. So that was the thing that I enjoyed here. And it was, I felt, well, I'll get into that, but yeah, I like this one. Do you have anything else to add to this one?
That's all I have. Yeah.
Yeah. See, when it's not one of your favorite houses, you don't have as much to add.
No, that's not true.
You're just like,
no, that's not true.
Okay. All right. Now we're doing the Elder.
Look, I said the production IG one wasn't my favorite.
We're doing the Elder now, which is the next episode.
Yes.
It's
another trigger one.
I'm not a fan of this animation style.
I just didn't really like I just didn't really love the episode, like in general.
Yeah,
I thought it was fine. Like it was decent. I liked the one thing I did like. I liked the sabers that the Elder had. Like they were interesting. They were kind of cool.
It was more of that black and white thing and threw in some color, which was okay.
It wasn't.
It was pretty dark.
I think it was more. Okay.
Versus
sure.
TOB1.
Yeah, it was
like
very,
a very bright,
very marked
vibrant kind of animation. This one was not. And the thing about this particular animation that I find off-putting is that the faces sometimes look weird. I mean, they don't look. I just find them like
that
like the
one.
Elder looks kind of creepy.
I think they leaned a bit more heavily towards like borderline 3D-ish modeling type.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about this guy.
Yeah,
I
think
whereas the other creepy. No, but the other characters look like characters.
Sure.
And then this one looks like a cartoonish kind of character. It was kind of and
that's not what I'm doing.
And it's not the only anime that does that. But I find that a little off-putting for some reason. I don't know why. And so but the story was interesting. It played again on the impatient Padawan, right?
Yeah.
And he learns his lesson. as they do. So that was nothing new, and I mean, you kind of know that the Elder's going to be probably a Sith.
Of course,
yeah. I detect something, odd in the Force. So it's not like it. So even though it's sort of a spoiler, I don't think it would be, because you kind of know what's going to happen anyways. So I don't think that storyline, while it was interesting, was not surprising to me. It kind of predicted
it was just fine.
Yeah, but again, coming back to TOB1, that's that one. I did not see that coming. So I kind of again, the storylines are different. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this animation style that was in this one. So, but I'm not an anime person, so I or an anime expert. I mean, I can't say I don't like anime. I do, but I don't.
I didn't really see anything particularly different about that one compared to like most things.
I just don't like that sort of, and then the big black eyes on that, and it's a weird looking face. I'm like, it just looks weird to me. I guess, versus like the other characters look normal. I think
that's the point, because he's not supposed to look normal.
But he doesn't even look human.
Yeah, because
whereas the other one's
kind of not. Like,
I don't know. It looked weird. Anyways,
like
I can't figure it out.
And scary and like weird dark side.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so that was that. So you have anything else to add to that?
No.
Okay. So then next one is what? Lop and Oko? Osho?
Yeah.
Again, I said playing on the trope of the good and bad.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Siblings again. Mm-hmm. But I like this one more actually than the twins one. Right?
Okay.
The twins one was,
Okay.
I like this one better.
They're about equal. I don't know. Maybe I think I might prefer the twins slightly more.
You do?
Just because in terms of visuals.
No, I like this one better.
Okay. There's certain moments in this one, like I really like the whole, like there's a big thing about a saber, and I really like the whole scene, like all of that stuff with that. I think that was cool. That they did. I like the character design and the location design.
But the difference here is that they were sisters by adoption, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But I guess it was sort of predictable how this was going to turn out.
Sure. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But I do like that sort of.
Well, actually, I was actually thinking that like it would be a more like happy ending, I guess.
I guess maybe from the beginning you think that the arc should be a happier ending.
Yeah.
Right, but not to give away the spoiler. But it's not quite the ending
okay.
that you would like.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that sort of, and I guess sort of the plot twist in there is I didn't see, how the Empire was going to twist that. I didn't predict that. So in that regard, I liked it more than the twins, right? Mm-hmm. Anything else to add?
No.
Okay, so then I think the next one is the last one.
Yeah.
For season 1, and that is called, how do you pronounce that? Akakeri? Akakeri?
Yeah.
I wrote down unfortunate.
Yeah. This is the one I remember.
And I don't want to spoil it. We're not spoiling it here, right? We're not spoiling. But yeah, it's like yeah. So there's that. But then what else did I write down?
I just wrote down that there's like Padme and Anakin type, like,
I guess it has that sort of energy. But because of that, because of that relationship between the two characters.
I'm like, you can kind of see it coming.
And again, I find that there's two other characters. Again, this comes back to this animation style that I'm not a fan of. They all look kind of normal, and then there's the two people that are helping them. The guides. They look weird again to me.
I didn't see anything wrong with them.
To me,
it was like the big bad Sith Lord. To me, it was the Sith Lord that looked freaky. But
yeah, but then they make these other characters. They always make these and this I'm not a fan of that. And I think you were more used to anime, so you don't notice it as much. But I'm looking at it going.
To me, honestly, the two. I did not write down
was the
names.
guy
the two main characters. No, the two main characters, the Jedi and the princess. To me, they looked weird.
Yeah.
But okay. I was just like, okay, that's true. That's just the animation style.
Okay.
And then this Sith Lord freaked me out, and I was like, that's totally not. That's okay. That's different. But,
so, what was your favorite episode in this season? I think we can do that.
For me, honestly, the duel and the village rider kind of like
together.
Yeah.
well, to me it was, I guess, TOB1. You know that.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. Yeah. Out of out of the 9, and I enjoyed the story. I liked it. I liked it. It was good, and there was an edge to it. So there was. So if you watch it, there is an edge. You might not see it right away, but there's an edge. So I liked it. All right, so volume 2.
Volume 2, yeah.
Okay.
This one's...
Oh, and let me just say, I think I said overall perspective. I wrote a little note for myself. I like the idea of doing anime versions of Star Wars. I do, but I felt
because Star Wars is like so heavily drawing, like the two biggest like things it draws from are westerns and like old classic samurai movies.
I guess.
So
I would. I mean, I'm not up on the George Lucas end of that, but I did feel like a lot of the concepts were repetitive.
Sure, yeah, I did
in
also
the season.
Feel that. Yeah.
Even though there's only these 9 little short episodes, I felt that a lot of the concepts were repetitive. Which brings me to...
Whereas the season 2 very... Like, some of the things I was like, wow. Is this even Star Wars? Until, like, we see, like, Empire or, like, Kyber Crystal or lightsaber.
I'll say it right now. Out of the 3 volumes, my favorite is volume 2.
Okay.
I will say that right now.
Yeah, okay.
I really...
I don't really have a favorite,
really
honestly.
enjoyed... Yeah, I do.
I have favorite
This
episodes,
one was a
I
standout.
don't really have favorite
I loved that whole thing about, like, the world perspectives on Star Wars. I loved it. I loved it.
This one I thought was a lot more like real world parallels.
Yes,
which is interesting.
But I also like that how different. And I actually wrote down each country, so it was a different country for each one, and how they put their own traditions into it. I loved it. So I would say that for me, Volume 2 is the standout, because Volume 3 goes back to Japanese again. You know. I found, I'll say I like Volume 3 better than Volume 1, by the way. In terms of the, you're looking.
Okay. Well, no, I'm just trying to remember because we watched them all like in very quick succession.
I did.
So
I like Volume 3 better than Volume 1, and I like Volume 2 the best out of the 3. Okay, so let's get into these, little snippets of each of these volumes, of these episodes. All right, so the first one, Sith. This was from Spain. Okay, go ahead.
I don't have anything to say.
You don't have anything to say?
No, I have something to say.
Oh my God.
I thought you were going to keep going.
No, well,
okay. Well,
go ahead. I do a lot of talking.
This one actually, I think, was one of my favorites this season. I just really liked the design, like the whole, like in the beginning, like it's like very like kind of like you're like, where is the background? Did they forget to render it and stuff?
It was
and then
awesome.
It got like progressively like it was cool. I really liked it. I liked it. I liked the character design. I was thinking the visual style where it like kind of looks like almost like comic book 2D 3D esque is really reminiscent. I actually had to go look this up because I was thinking it was done by like the same studio because it looks like similar enough to like the recent like the Spider-Verse movies, the animated Spider-Verse movies that came, and I think we're just waiting on like the third one or whatever. But like it looks like it reminds me of that art style, and I was like, actually, like, is this the same studio? No, it's not. But it looks really nice. I like the blend
and for
that.
me, like it is like I because I paint and the whole concept.
I thought you'd like that one.
It's like paint blobs, and it's just like. And this is the concept here is a Sith, a former Sith.
She just wants to chill. She just wants to...
Who's healing, right? Like, to me, all the Sith have a flaw.
Yeah, sure.
Right? And this is one that has decided that they're going to...
Yeah. And actually...
they're using the paint to do that. I find that amazing. Yeah. What is the and says things like, what is the painting going to do today, and what is the and then ending up with black paint, like all the colors come out and they get black paint, and there's a play on that all the way through it, and at the end there's a duel, okay, and then the color of her saber, sabers, is like a very dual saber. It ends up being, and it's sort of like the painting is happening in her reality.
So you don't even know is it real or is it not?
It was awesome. I loved it. I loved the whole concept of it, and it had a good story. The visuals were stunning, like that minimalist, and then you get all that. Like,
Well,
I loved it. It was so good. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, like, what a way to start the second season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was interesting that, like, I don't know, like, if they're taking, like, direct saber colors, like, into account here, like,
I think so.
I don't know, because like, you know, like, in, like,
and excuse me as I just
canon,
make sure this is counting up.
Yeah. In current canon,
We've had a problem before here on Birds on Power Lines where we recorded an entire episode and it wasn't actually recorded.
Yeah.
So I'm just like a little paranoid.
It's fine.
Yes,
Anyway,
we are counting up.
So
Go ahead.
In current canon, like, they're, like, the whole, like, lightsaber color meaning assigned to, like, whatever, like, subsect of the Jedi that you're in is not, like, really, like, a thing anymore. Like, there's only, like, one really, like, named reference of a yellow lightsaber, and then there's, like, some stuff in the Acolyte, like, but it's not really, like, talked about, none of that stuff. The weird thing is, like, so F has a yellow lightsaber, and
F has a yellow?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways,
it's cool. It was just a really nice episode.
I'm just wondering about the, because, like,
but it's not canon, so it doesn't matter, right?
But
so,
in
like, this is why I like it so much. It's just like an expression.
Like, in the Legends storyline, the Jedi, or the people who have yellow lightsabers, are those who are, like, kind of like a secret third option of the Jedi, where they're kind of like the ones who are most, like, valiant against protecting against dark side.
At the beginning,
so it's just interesting that she's, like, a former Sith, and then they chose to have her have a yellow lightsaber, and we don't know if it's meaning to that.
The
or not,
Master, anyways.
Yeah.
There's a very nice duel in this.
It's
there's like, and I was literally, I think my heart rate probably went up during it. Like, it was really well done. I think, like, it was stellar. It was stellar. Yeah, but again, don't want to have too many spoilers, but yeah, watch it. If you don't see anything from season 2, watch that one.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Mm-hmm.
All right, so the next one. Are we ready for the next one? We don't want to. Otherwise, this podcast is going to be really long. The next one is Screecher's Reach.
Yeah.
This one is from Ireland.
Yeah.
So it brings some of that element of that tradition into this.
This is the one that I was like, is it Star Wars, for, like, a solid, like, 10 minutes?
Wow, it was awesome. It was a good story. I liked the story. Wasn't my favorite episode.
I liked it,
but it was good.
I didn't see the ending coming. I honestly didn't see that one.
You kind of look at it and you go, "Oh."
This is the one where I I stopped the episode. I was like, "What studio did this?" That I looked, and it's the same one. Like, when I was like, I really loved Song of the Sea. Okay. Which is by the same studio. Like, when I was younger, I really, 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 really loved that movie when I was younger, and I was like, is it them? It is them.
Oh, it is.
It is
I
them. And, like, I'm like,
I rely on you to look all this stuff up, because I don't. I just watch and enjoy.
Because that movie also, like, if I remember correctly, like, it had a lot of, like, these, like, almost like bittersweet, like, type, like, they're not, like, conclusions. They're like.
Yeah, well, this one you kind of know how this one's going to go.
Yeah, but, like, it's not like a. It's got, like, that, like.
Yeah,
it's got that, like, thing. I don't even know how to
there's a really good action scene in it, and it ends in a way that you might not expect.
Yeah,
we'll just put it that way.
It makes you. It would make you cry. Like, if it was like if it was a little bit longer.
Yeah,
it would make you cry.
It's a little.
And that Song of the Sea, that made me cry.
So there you go.
So yeah.
All right. So yeah, without revealing what actually happens. Okay, but there's a really good fight scene, and also hanging on the edge of your seat with that. Anything else?
No.
Okay. The next one is In the Stars. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah. I really like this. Do you think? Was it?
Oh wait, where is it from? This one's from Chile.
I didn't realize it was from Chile. I was thinking it was
Chile.
Like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, was it stop motion? What do you think?
I don't know. I'm gonna take a.
Because it looked like it kind of was. Like, it looked like it.
It
looked really similar to, like,
the next one is
films.
One is definitely stop motion.
Yeah, the next one is stop motion. But like,
I'm not sure.
It looked really similar to.
I liked it because it was a very different style.
Yeah,
and there was a really good play with light in this one. It was really good. I mean, go from In the Stars, but again, I love
really
this
nice
tradition,
and
they bring in the something that is, you know, adjacent to their traditions. Bring it into Star Wars. I loved it. It was great. Mm-hmm. And then you got the theme here again is very often in this season, I think, is the colonial oppression from the Empire. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think that is like a really, to me, that's very Andor-esque,
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
that aspect of sort of destroying a planet. So you kind of see that in here. Again, you've got sisters. And it's usually ends up, if it's not twins, it's sisters. Except the one exception that you'll get in season 2, which I liked very much. But it really highlighted, even though we got that colonial oppression, it really highlighted the brutality of them, like of the empire. At the end, what happens at the end, a really exciting ending. It might be, you might predict what's going to happen at the very, very end, but not how you get there. I think that was sort of a surprise to me how they got to that end. I kind of expected something like that at the end, but not the route to it. I didn't think of.
You're losing me, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
You're too vague.
Well, because I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it because they're so
okay.
short. You're going to spoil it. But so
it was good.
It was a good episode. Yeah,
I liked the visuals. I liked the characters. It really did, like, a lot of these, like, even though I know, like, they're most,
the play with light was brilliant.
By, like,
I loved it. They do these like, handprint things, and it's
but like nice. Even though like these ones are mostly done by like smaller independent animation studios, like a lot of them like really remind me of the styles of other larger animation studios. I just think it's interesting that they're like working like with that, but they also put their own spin on it.
I like it. It was cool. It was very cool. Anything else?
No.
All right. So episode 4, UK, you would know that right away. It is called I Am Your Mother.
Yeah, it's the Chicken Run Studio.
It's the Wallace and Gromit.
It's the Chicken Run Studio.
It is like, it, and you know it's going to be fun, and it was. It was very cute.
It's very British.
Very British. Has a very predictable end, but it was a fun watch. So, yeah.
I like the weird, I don't even know what you would call it, the almost like Flanderization that they did to Wedge. It was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm Wedge Antilles. Okay.
I didn't get that. I
thought it was funny.
But yeah. So yeah.
But
it was fun. It nothing dark really.
No.
But it was just it was good.
It's very British.
Very British. Yeah.
But,
because it's completely in the line of Wallace and Gromit.
Because it's the same.
It's the same,
it's
so you're gonna get what you get from that group, and it's well done. It's well done. So I enjoyed that. The whole comedy routine, and picking up the mother's brassiere and all that stuff from the thing. It was brilliant. I really liked it. All these little touches that they didn't need to put in, but they did. It's very good. Yes.
Yep.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. So and then of course, since it was stop motion. The animation style was different than all the other ones. So that's a standout right away. Okay. So then the next one is Journey to Darkhead.
Yeah.
That was from South Africa.
No. Wasn't that one the Korean studio?
No.
I thought
South Korea.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
South Korea.
Yeah.
I can't read my own writing. South Korea. Journey to Darkhead.
Yeah. Yeah, I said when we started watching this, I don't even remember watching this one. Like, I literally don't remember watching this one, which is weird, because I really liked the visuals on this one. Like,
I didn't like the story as much, though. Like,
it was decent.
I didn't understand it.
No,
I think there was...
Okay, sure.
Look, afterwards I looked on Wikipedia, and then it made... Wikipedia? It made sense to me then.
Okay.
But watching I think there was too much going on.
Okay.
To be quite honest, like there's that whole thing.
I followed it.
Well, you're better than I am. I don't know. I just felt that there was a lot of things going on. There was the thing with the girl going on, and the stones, and then there's a thing with the guy going on, and his thing going on, and then it was like trying to put those two together, and then there was the thing between the two of them going on, and it just. I think it needed two separate stories, like in my mind, and then I sort of got it, but I just felt it was too much going on for a short. I mean, if they had, you could expand this into a long form version, and then I think it would have really done the story justice. And again, I'm just talking in terms of story. The animation was nice. I like the stones at the beginning, that whole aesthetic thing that was going on at the beginning. But it was a very different animation from the end, I felt. It had a different feel to it. At the beginning, it was sort of dreamy kind of thing. And at the end, it was more stark.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
I feel like that was probably done on purpose.
Probably,
In the beginning,
I
like,
imagine.
she's like kind of like removed from the whole fight thing.
Yeah,
and
I don't really know how she got from there to where she ended up. So there was that.
Yeah, the thing. I think there was some kind of time skip. I think there was a time skip.
Oh, there was a big one.
Yeah.
So there was this something that started. So it was just. I just felt it was too short for the story.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was a little confusing.
Okay.
And to me, the magic of a short is being able to tell the full story cohesively in a short. Right. This one was lacking that. In terms of that.
I guess I don't know. I thought it was okay
because they both had their own stories going on.
Yeah.
The two characters had their own stories, and they weren't. If you read about it later on, it made more sense. But I mean, did I enjoy it? Of course, I enjoyed it. But it wasn't a standout to me because of that, and that's probably why you couldn't remember you watched it.
I generally don't think I watched it. Like I just don't. I don't even think I watched it because I feel like I'd remember that I watched it, but I don't even remember watching it.
Well, that might be why, because there was nothing for your brain to hang on to.
I don't know. I really liked watching it the second time around. I really liked the visuals. Like I really liked
the visuals. There was
especially
there's
very cool fight scene on the statue, and then like right after that,
the dual statues.
Yeah, the dual statues. I really liked those scenes. I just thought like, and a lot of the angles I thought were like nice again. And like,
well, that's
like,
the thing with
scene
animation.
when they were in the sky, like
with animation, you can get angles that you can't get in reality. Right?
I kept noticing that, and I was like, that's really cool. I wish you could actually do that. But it's cool. Like, and especially like my favorite is like the one where like they're like the camera's like here and the characters here, and like they kind of like zoom past. That's I don't know. I really like that.
Like a drone shot.
Kind of, yeah, but like a really close-up drone shot. Yeah. I thought it was cool. Anyway.
Yeah. So there's that. But but that's why this one was not a standout to me. Even
though
I
thought it was interesting. The Jedi character, like you can see like the light in his like irises changing depending on like if he's like more like dark side type battle thing. I like the concept.
With that, it had again the Padawan that was impatient. Again, there's that again. Unfortunately,
I guess I didn't really get that quite as much. But
well, if you don't want to go on that mission, and it's like a garbage mission, or whatever.
And then it ended up like concluding his like unresolved issues.
Yeah,
but anyway, I thought the concept was interesting. Yeah. I thought
but it wasn't especially with all the other standouts in volume 2.
Okay,
this one was weaker because of that.
Okay, your opinion.
Yeah,
that's fine. Okay.
Okay, so then the next one. Oh yes.
What? Oh,
yes,
French one?
The French one.
The
one from France, Spy Dancer.
Yeah, the Spy Dancer.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember. I liked this.
That was cool. Style. It had that whole like and in a way it was nice because it has nothing to do with Jedi. Nothing.
No, yeah. That was
everything to do with rebellion.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about the spy and the cabaret, that's
very French.
The whole
that's very French.
But very cool. The visuals were amazing, and then the story was different.
Yeah. That's sweet.
It was a different story. I totally don't want to spoil it for you. So, wow.
I liked
this one again did not disappoint. This was like, to me, that one and the first one.
I like the use of I like the repeated use of the like ribbons or whatever.
That was.
I really liked that.
The main character is sort of a dancer in a cabaret, and she has a whole thing with her dress.
Yeah.
And like it was beautiful to watch.
Like very like acrobatic type.
Yeah, it was
really smooth.
Very different. But straight up animation, right? Like this one was like straight up 2D, I guess, right?
It looks
really nice.
2D,
Really, really good. Yes. What else did I have to say about that one? I love that story. Very different. Did not see that coming.
I like the fact that it was an open ending. So like there could be. I don't think there needs to be. I don't think there will be, but there could be.
There could be
another one,
but there doesn't need to be.
Yeah,
there doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be. In case, in fact, I think if there was,
I don't think there should.
Yeah, there shouldn't be. This is one where there could be, but they shouldn't do it. You know how like right now, like we were watching was it Zootopia? Was that?
we didn't watch the second.
No, we didn't watch the second one. That's
It's apparently
just bringing that
good.
in.
It's
Apparently
really
it is good, but I felt good. We didn't need a sequel to the first one. But anyways, this is a place where you could do one, but you don't need to.
Sure.
It's better not, in a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Spy Dancer. All right. So then the next one is Bandits. I can't read my writing. Bandits of Gulday.
I can't read my own writing.
Bandits of Gulday. Something like that. Golak? Golak? I don't know. I can't read my writing.
I can't read my own writing.
The Bandits one. It's from India.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I
Loved it.
This one
It totally reminded me of being in India. It was great.
This one looked really similar to like Clone Wars Rebels. Like this was the collaboration with.
We don't have a phone here. We can't check the name.
Oh no, this wasn't the collaboration. This wasn't the collab with Lucasfilm.
No.
That's the next season. Yeah, but like I would have thought it was like from
great.
Lucasfilm. Like it looked like that. It looked really good.
It was great.
Yeah,
it totally reminded me of being in India. The whole.
No, I don't have that experience.
The whole aesthetic.
I thought it was cute. I like the train scene. I like the train. The
I mean, if you're listening to this and you happen to be from India, I don't know. Tell me what you think if you've seen this. But if you haven't, go see it. Yeah. I'm not obviously not Indian, but it just reminded me about the whole experience of being in India. I just loved it.
On the train.
Yeah, in the train thing. Oh my God, it was great.
Sure. Okay.
It was awesome. I love that in this case it was a brother and a sister. Mm-hmm. And the brother was giving of himself to help the sister. Oh, it was great. Mm-hmm. I loved it. It was great. And it was funny in parts and dangerous in parts. It was great. And the animation was different. It looked different than a lot of the other ones I felt. It was not as different as like the Wallace and Gromit feel to animation, but it was you could tell it was a very different flavor. Mm-hmm. Really enjoyed this one. Yeah, so
honestly, I wanted to try like the food thing. The
sweets.
Yeah, I want to try
the Indian
sweets.
They
loved it.
It was so good.
There must be something there.
It was so good, but it was just like,
there.
what was her name? Rani.
Yeah.
Rani.
Yeah.
She's so naive and just so
good.
And her brother's trying to protect her, and I didn't see that happening at the end. Like I kind of figured that he's trying to get her someplace safe, but I didn't.
Yeah, I think I was thinking she was like the path. Like, I guess I was thinking that's what happened with her. Like she went on the path.
But very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Found a mentor. That was just awesome. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed it. Again, don't want to spoil all the neat things that happen in that.
I like the through line with the flute. That was
the through line with the flute.
Yeah.
That was a nice touch. Yeah. So it's a nice.
A little bit longer, so we kind of got to like see more directly with like what happened to.
Yeah, that was a longer episode, right?
No, I don't know, but I'm saying I wish it was a little bit longer, so we got to see what preceded this.
Yeah, so that you could see, but the storyline itself was cohesive.
Yeah.
Right. So that was the other nice thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely a different aesthetic. I really enjoyed that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there anything else to say about that one?
No.
Then the next one, number 8, The Pit. Mm-hmm. And
this
one,
I forgotten about this one too.
And this one is involved with Lucasfilm, right?
Yeah,
so
this was a Lucasfilm one.
This was a Lucasfilm, so yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. I noticed like the animation style was more like kind of like your generation anime, like older like 80s 90s
Thanks.
anime. 80s 90s anime.
Okay,
that's stuff
it's fine.
I'm just saying. But anyway, I noticed it looked different.
Terribly sad though.
Yeah, I didn't remember what happened at the end. Like I was thinking it would be okay, but no. Like I
Yeah, and I feel like that's, and if we're going back to Lucasfilm, like I feel like this is a thing that Lucasfilm has matured into. So like when I was young, Lucasfilm always had a happy ending.
Yeah, but now
this one
they don't.
Yeah, no.
They don't.
I mean, it resolved itself.
Like it resolved, but like
right, but things happen that
Yeah.
And you see, in this whole concept with the pit, but this was a flaw. Why were they digging that pit in the first place?
Because they were mining.
Yeah, but that was the weird thing. The thing that they found, which I don't want to tell you, the thing that they found seemed to surprise them. You know,
no,
when they
the
found
Empire
it.
was looking for it.
I don't know.
So they kept going.
You know, but what's the like?
I don't know.
Like
Man.
why?
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor.
Yeah, I
Probably.
guess.
I don't know. I'm not a film student, but
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, no, definitely. I think the pit's a metaphor. I don't
So
know.
anyway, so
Well,
it was Lucasfilm and Japan. It's this U.S. Japan collab with this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what else did I write here? Yeah, I don't want to give that away. That's a spoiler. So no, I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
But yeah, it really brought home the brutality of the Empire. Like really.
Even more than
than before.
literally everything else. Yeah.
Okay, and then the last one is the South Africa one. Can I move on to the last one?
Yeah.
That is the South Africa. It's South Korea. But Anu's song or Au's song?
Yeah.
Loved it too.
This one's my favorite.
Is this one your favorite?
Oh, like one of my favorite. Like it's kind of the same as last season, where there's two of them that are like kind of
lovely animation,
favorite, but, yeah.
really nice concept,
I
completely
liked the fact that it
different
was like
story.
kind of like almost like
But you know, because it's South
fabric.
Africa.
It looks almost like fabric, like felting, almost.
Oh
too.
yeah,
It looked
yeah.
like.
And then the other thing is
If
like,
it was, I think it was. But
and
like,
it would make sense. The theme here would make sense because it's South Africa. And there's a lot of diamond mines in South Africa.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's that whole. And there
Same with
used to
like
be a lot.
purifying kyber crystal. Okay.
Yeah. So and here they're trying to purify
Kyber.
tainted kyber crystals. All right. So that's sort of the
I
theme
liked
here.
the Jedi. She was nice.
Yeah,
Like, she was actually, like, a nice
you know, but this
person.
is the part that I was a little bit confused about because at the end, anyway, that would be a spoiler.
Yeah.
But anyways, you'll sort of I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
The thing that I was going to mention is nitpicky and it's stupid.
Okay.
And it could have been just an error on Wikipedia. It might not be an error.
Okay.
But no,
I don't know. I didn't read that one. So.
Yeah, no, I was doing that to sort of compare animation houses and to find out
sure.
what country everything was from.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so this one. So which do you think was your favorite in season?
I told you, the first one and the last one are both Sith and Out song.
Okay.
Are,
So for
are
me,
up there.
it was
They both-
probably. It's hard for me to choose between.
I'm not choosing. I'm just saying.
No, it's hard for me to choose between the Sith and the spy dancer.
Yeah. And I think like secondary. I think the Journey to Dark. I just purely on the visuals alone. I don't know. I just really like that one. Like secondary.
Yeah,
Type, and
you know,
I really like Screech's Reach. Even like watching
I didn't say I didn't
watching
like
I
it.
was sad, and like that's why it's not like my like ultimate. Like it's not like I wouldn't say it's like top favorite, but like I just I think I have a soft spot. Spot for the studio who did it. It's
I'm not. I'm
why
not biased by that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Something that I did write down is that I felt like in season 2,
Yeah.
there's a lot of focus on art and healing,
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So you have dance,
Yeah.
right, with
And
the spy dancer.
the stone painting with the mushrooms and the.
Oh, I didn't even think
plants.
about that. But this painting,
yes.
I was thinking
Yeah,
about
and the
Sith,
stars.
and then the song
Yeah, the
stuff,
song, yeah.
singing thing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of focus on healing art with this one.
Sure. Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Season 3,
Okay. Season 3.
or volume 3.
Volume 3.
So here we're back to we were talked about this already. Fully anime. And I mentioned that to me that means it wasn't as exciting as a season because of that.
I think season 3, like even though I think they were all Japanese studios.
I checked.
Even the last one.
Yeah, I checked.
Okay. Yeah, but
I was wondering about the last one.
Even though like it did go back to that, I think that the concepts in this this volume were more diverse.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like out of season 1 and 3, I preferred 3.
Okay.
And out of the whole arc, I preferred volume 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
I honestly I think more in terms of episodes, but yes, that's fine.
I mean that's just an overall perspective that I
Yeah.
have. All right. So the duel payback.
Yeah. I like this.
So we're back to our Sith collector, and they actually
Ronan's
call him
back.
Ronan.
The run is back.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And this one has Ewoks in it.
The Ewoks are so like was like,
Even though they're not on their
Ewoks
planet.
with the flippers, and they're like so cute.
So this one was interesting because it had that cuteness to it, and then there's a lot of violence with it.
Yeah. The Grandmaster,
it wasn't interesting.
The Grandmaster was so scary, and it was because his mouth didn't move, and I didn't realize, and I think that's why I like watching dubbed things. It bothers me because the mouth doesn't move correctly, and it looks off to me. But if the mouth doesn't move at all, that's the most freaky one. I wasn't
sure if he was talking to them in their head, or what, but yeah,
his mouth doesn't move. He's got a robot mouth, and it's freaky.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
So there's that. We're not going to spoil it, but it does leave you with a bit of a cliffhanger, so you could expect more.
The interesting thing that I noticed with this one is that, like, so the Grandmaster, like, the kind of the bad guy, but he's the Jedi of the episode.
Yeah, that was weird. Like that. Yeah, that's like there's sort of like a rogue sect of Jedi.
That's the thing I like about
who are like out for revenge.
These 2 episodes. They really make you rethink.
Jedi Crusaders.
They really make you rethink. Like, dark side does not necessarily equal Sith, does not necessarily equal person who uses a red lightsaber. Like it, and then like
they're just Force users, I guess.
It's really interesting. I like the fact that there's like this.
But that's why it's not canon. Area. So but that's what makes it interesting, because you've got a different perspective. And it just makes it interesting.
It is interesting because actually the book that was based on the duel actually did like go back and kind of like establish like how the dark side came to be, like the whole thing like that the Acolyte tried to do. I guess, yeah. And it's interesting because like,
and that's what the disappointing thing about Acolyte is, that we're not going to get more of that. But as people watching this are going to be Star Wars fans.
Yeah, we did
Acolyte. By the way, we did a podcast on the Acolyte, so you can go and listen to that. But yeah.
But no, and the thing I wanted to say about that I was gonna now say about the Grandmaster, and then I got sidetracked. He like the way he like the weird ability that he has, like super speed type thing, the way they animated that made me think of a different anime, Edge Runners, that was like really very popular, but it was based on a video game. So the Sandevistan tech in that anime, I don't actually know enough to know if it's based on the video game or if that's an entirely original thing, but like it's just interesting the way they animated it. It looks very similar
because he moves
very fast. Yeah, it's just interesting.
Teleport.
And it made me think about that.
Telekinetic ability. I don't know.
It made me think about that. It's interesting. But anyway, yes.
I like that. Yeah, so I was confused about the Jedi Crusaders. I didn't know if that was something that we've seen before.
No,
okay, that's why I'd ask you about it, because you would know. But no,
not that I know of anyway.
Okay. But. So then the next one is the Song of Four Wings.
I like. Yeah.
This was the classic.
Another one of my favorites.
But this is like plays on that full classic saving of the lone survivor.
Sure.
In Star Wars, there's going to be survivors. There's only going to be one, and they're all going to be by themselves.
There's a little kid. It's very sensitive.
A little kid. It's always that. So, in terms of story, you're getting that again. I
thought it was cute.
It was nice.
The animation
there was a good fight thing going on there.
I liked that one.
Not a duel thing, but a good.
I like the weird like mecha snow walker thingy.
Those came up a lot.
Cool. That was cool.
In the
snow
season.
walkers.
Snow walkers.
Sure. Yeah.
They were one of those was in the duel too, but
yeah.
Snow walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I like this one. I was surprised that there's only like 4 songs on the soundtrack for this one, but I really love the soundtrack for this one.
Well, music plays a thing in this one.
Yeah, so I really like that, but there's not very much of it. Like in general, like it's just I guess also there's episodes I think on the shorter side, but I really like that one. Also I liked Whoopa's little kid thing. He's cute.
Yeah, well I think that was the point. It was supposed to be cute.
I liked like the eyes. I don't know. I like the style.
To me, there was like an anime style, right? Yeah.
I like the style. I like the style.
A little creature.
Yeah.
Little creature.
Yeah.
Not human. Survivor. Very cute.
Oh, and I saw parallels. I think because you were talking about Crane's outfit, the girl you're talking about, her outfit. I think it's a direct parallel to Padme, like in. 3. I think in 2 or 3. And there's certain scenes like when she's holding the blaster up, like both her and Leia, like they both do, and the blast is the same. Like it's definitely directly.
That was the other thing, playing on the princess trope thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
we finally get a change in that in this season. Okay. anything else to say about the Song of Four Wings? Oh, and the Four Wings are referring to
bird.
paper crane bird things.
It's cute. It's possible to do that.
I'd imagine if you know how to do it, you can do it. All right, so the next one is the Ninth Jedi. And then it was this
Child of Hope.
Child of Hope.
Yeah.
I didn't write down that, but it was a continuation of that one. Mm-hmm. And for me, I'll talk first, I guess, or we'll talk about it. Okay. I thought okay, so I already told you the thing that I don't like about a lot of anime.
Me, you did not tell the camera.
And I'm telling the camera.
Tell the audience.
I have a problem with that.
Well, we also watched the dub version. But
I don't think that matters.
Okay.
They do this thing with the female voices, and they all sound like they're. I don't like that. I find it annoying. And they added that to this, and that to me was a distractor. I don't like that. You've got a strong female character who, of course, has doubts in their ability, of course. Yeah. But then they do this. But... I don't know. I find it so distracting. Out of the two, because this is a follow-up to The Ninth Jedi in season 1, I thought the storyline in season 1 was stronger in terms of that character. I was actually more interested in where she found herself and the little droid that she ended up with. Yeah. I was more interested in what happened to that character than what happened to her in this. So I don't... Kara, right? Yeah. I don't feel like she grew a lot in this season. Even though she was supposed to grow a lot, right? But I don't think that she did. I really don't. But it's completely open-ended. It actually says to be continued. So they are making a third one. So maybe it's because that the arc of this particular story didn't finish. Maybe that's why I feel like this. Whereas the arc the arc of the first part seemed to have a resolution to it, which is why I liked it.
Like I was actually surprised that they did a second. I mean, I guess I understand why. But...
Yeah, well, of course you need to, But yeah, so there's a lot hanging on to this character. Hopefully, with another part, I'll feel better about it. But I really was more drawn to the ship that she found herself in, the droid. What was his name?
I don't remember.
I think I wrote it down.
Teta.
Was very neat. Maybe. Anyways, he was interesting. Yeah. I thought that character was quite brave.
I thought it was funny how he kept speaking about himself in third person.
Yeah. There is that.
He's giving me like Dobby.
You get Dobby-esque.
Dobby vibes.
Dobby vibes. But yeah, so that was my feeling on that one. I'm waiting for the next part, so we'll put it. I'm assuming there's going to be a volume 4.
I did you feel kind of bad that I didn't really love this one. Like I do agree. I think I like the first one better again.
Yeah, there was some nice imagery.
But I liked the imagery. I liked the imagery.
I wanted to know more about how this little guy found himself in this situation. They talk about it. I was more drawn to that part of the story.
Yeah, and like my thing is, I really wanted to like it because I don't think the first one had this, but the second one has soundtrack by like absolutely like powerhouse composer Yugo Kanno. He's like one of my favorite composers, but
I thought it was a weaker story. I don't feel like the main character grew much.
It was decent.
I don't. I know the
I have the same feelings about this. I have the same feelings about this one. As
you're dropping your notes.
I did with the last one, the one in the first season. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So there was that. Anything else to add to the Ninth Jedi? Okay, all right. Now we're on to just saying. Oh yeah. Kemu.
No.
Tetu is the Teto is the
vocal lead.
The next one, the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, I like this one.
This one, on the other hand, has a strong story.
I like the storyline. I liked like the dynamic between Seven and IV-A4, the robot.
Yeah.
I thought the dual personality robot, like, this is what you get.
There is a dual personality robot
protocol into a medical droid. Like, I love the snark. Like, it was very funny.
So yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, and then
there was a good epic fight scene in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, so this one is Wit Studio, and Wit Studio, like, one of their main things they're known for doing is Attack on Titan, which is known for its it's different graphics than this one, but they're known for for like
action scenes.
They're known for action scenes.
Yeah, so that happens here.
At least from what I know.
There's actually quite a bit in this story, but they still bring it together.
Yeah,
they tie it up nice.
Yeah. So they have like Summon's backstory. They have the whole plot going on in the present. They have the whole subplot going on with like the real reason for stuff happening.
And I mean, I don't think anybody, I don't think that this is a spoiler, but when Jin Sim, it's no surprise that this guy's lying. You know that right away. You know, that's not a spoiler. So in terms of the storyline, it's tied up really nicely, but in a way it was predictable, right? You kind of know how it's going to go down. Yeah. But it was a good story. I mean, that's fine. So it was.
I think there was character development, within the small.
Yeah, to a certain degree, yeah. I mean, in terms of your perspective on that character, but I mean, but seven. We were talking about seven. Yeah. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else?
No.
So then the next one is Yoko's Treasure.
Yeah, Yuko's Treasure.
Yuko's
Treasure.
Yuko?
Yeah.
I thought this was I thought Yoko was a little girl, but it's a little boy.
Actually, I was thinking
that was weird.
I wasn't sure
because the animation was done. I thought it was a little girl, but it's a little boy.
Yeah, no.
I found that out. I was like, wow, okay, whoops.
Whatever. It
doesn't
really
matter. Yeah. But I was under the impression that the child was a little girl.
This one was also a Kingdom of Citrus one, same one as Arthur Curry and.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they did both.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. I liked Billy. Billy was cute. Like,
yes.
Bear droid.
Okay, so we got two different kinds of droids here. You've got
bear
the
droid
teddy bear droid, and I call them the candy corn
I call them
droids because they look like
little like pyramids.
Yeah. I like that. It was a new take on the droid shape.
I was not sure if Billy was a droid until he opened his chest.
Like he was.
Here's a cake.
Here's some food.
Here's a cake. Okay.
So yeah,
it's cute.
A different storyline. Did not see that one coming. It was a new take. I like it when somebody surprises me with something new. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. I did. Mm-hmm. So yeah. And the bad guys get what the bad guys get at the end, and that was not surprising. They're pirates, right?
They're pirates.
Pirates.
They say they're pirates.
Yes.
Yeah. I liked it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anything else to add to that?
No.
I
liked it.
Billy.
I like Billy.
I wrote that. Billy.
You just wrote Billy.
And then the little guy ends up doing the right thing at the end too. So in that way, it's sort of like an old-fashioned Star Wars where he gets tied up.
The thing I thought was funny was
happy ending.
The kids literally met a few hours ago, and they're like, "Oh, you're part of the family."
Now they're part of the family.
That's fine. Whatever.
But that's fine.
It's fine.
It's good.
Cute. Yeah.
All right, so then episode 6, The Lost Ones.
Yeah.
Different looking anime despite being the same. Who did the
it was Kingdom of Citrus. Yeah, but they're continuing.
Sorry.
Continuation of like the same main character from the Village Bride F. So it was nice, yes. And I'm glad that we actually it was good that we rewatched season 1 before watching season 3, because I would not have remembered anything like the whole thing about like her master and stuff. I would not have remembered that, and I'd be like, wait, where'd this guy come from? But yeah,
this one was good.
It was good. It was really nice. It was really nice. It was good. It was
a dark edge.
It was really nice. I liked it. It was really good.
But it brings back again the Empire destroying a planet.
Yeah.
That comes back.
Multiple planets, right? Like,
yeah.
I think like even F said like she lost her own planet too, and then also like her master's planet, and also like these guys' planet, and also like. Yeah, and I liked it. The one thing that stood out to me was like it was really interesting how they did what's his name? Ron and like his little brother. I like their design. I like the
I like this
hair.
one. See,
cool.
I like what was the one with the two characters that we were saying that they needed two different stories.
The Journey to Dark Head.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So unlike that one.
Yeah.
This one had two different things going on at the same time.
Sure, yeah.
And they did it really well. There's the whole thing going on with Ron.
Yeah. Well, because
the whole thing going on with that
subplot than the main thing.
But it was well done. It was well done. You got that contiguous thing, and you got the other contiguous thing. Mm. Did a good job. Good job with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they were both interesting characters. Ron was an interesting character, and of course F, right? Because she comes back from that. And interesting visual at the end. During the fight thing, that whole not gonna spoil it.
It was cool.
Totally
nice.
not gonna spoil that.
Cool. And I really hope I don't know if they're gonna make another one, but like I don't think they will, because now like her thing's kind of resolved. But
yeah, I guess
I liked it, and it was a good sequel.
And you know, her teaching lessons too also were uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that was okay.
To the children.
Yeah, to the children, left the children a little uncomfortable, which was okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay to make children uncomfortable if they're learning. You know, that's how you learn. And I thought that was well done. Mm-hmm. It was a good episode. It was a good follow up to. Actually, I like this one better than the other one.
I don't know. I like both of them, but I like them for different reasons.
They're very different stories.
Yeah, they're very different stories. It's almost like you wouldn't even know they were like a.
No.
It's not really even a continuation. It's the same character again, but
in a completely different
resolving
context.
her story, I guess. But yeah, it was good. I liked that.
It was well done.
Yeah.
So Ron was also
Also, I was really surprised.
Ron and F were strong characters. Good balance between a Jedi and a non-Jedi
I would want to watch the subtitled version, because like I was honestly really kind of shocked by the Master's voice. Like I was like, what? Wait, hold on, that does not match the character at all. But maybe that's the point. But like,
I don't know. Whatever happened to that guy?
Yeah.
They don't. That's the one thing about that story they don't quite resolve. Like, how did that happen to him? But
the master died.
But we don't want to. No, we don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
Don't want to spoil it.
Okay. Okay, fine.
But they don't really explain how that.
I got it. I think.
Okay, you're good, better than me. Okay. I know. But it wasn't a distractor, because really the focus was Ron and F.
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, the name is mainly. F,
so.
But yeah. Yes.
Okay, so there's that. The next one is the smuggler. Mm-hmm. This one I like because we don't have a princess. We have a prince for a change. Yay! We're
I guess. I didn't think about that, but okay. Sure.
No, we have a prince.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, was that all?
No, it was a good story. I also like that the Jedi was an older woman.
Yeah.
Again, that's probably a spoiler. Sorry. But you probably guess it.
Whatever. Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You probably figure that out.
Yeah.
It doesn't spoil the actual plot,
No,
but it was different, so, as opposed to most of the other animes where the main character is dressed in a way that you wouldn't expect.
This one actually, and I had to look at this because for whatever reason, I couldn't figure it out. I could not figure out why. I was thinking that, I'm actually not even sure anymore. Because the environment and character design really reminded me very strongly of like Cowboy Bebop, like especially the main.
Okay,
the main
now you're talking about stuff I don't know anything about.
Like, because the main character, I didn't write down her
know
name.
You have an affinity for that.
I didn't write down her. Cheetah. Yeah, Cheetah. She I don't know, like whatever. I guess the way she was. It's probably the.
You're
bandana.
talking about the smuggler.
The smuggler. Yeah, the way she was dressed, it really reminded me of like the main character. Like Spike, I think from Cowboy Bebop. It's probably the bandana, but then I literally had to look, like, was this animated by Trigger? I don't think it was animated by Trigger, but like it just really made me think about.
Sorry, I didn't look.
Yeah. Anyway, it just really reminded me of that.
But yeah, I thought it was a good story.
I like the dynamic between Cheetah and R2. I
like the animation.
Arlu.
Older women, which is also new. That's what I wrote down. I didn't write anything else down because anything else would be a spoiler. But it was very good. Yeah. Enjoyed it. The Bird of Paradise is the next one.
Mm-hmm. This one, I don't know. Like,
I was watching this one and I thought, will this child ever get over themselves? Like, it was just like constantly complaining. I liked how they did. Yeah, the visuals were outstanding. I loved it.
All I wrote down was, and then, I liked the art style. That's all. The art
style was good. I mean, I guess at the end it's resolved. She does learn. Yeah. You don't really know what happens to her afterwards.
No. I guess it doesn't matter.
It was interesting that they tried to do like chapters.
Yeah, I think that worked. That
it did. It was just a little short. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it was almost a little too short to be able to do. Maybe
No,
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
But that reminded me a little bit of Kill Bill, where they put like, this is the thing that happens here, and this is the thing that happens here. So so there's that. The visual, like, animation was amazing. I just don't know if I enjoyed the story. I found her petulant, and
I guess
but that's the point.
Padawan.
I guess I think they did a great job on that. If that was the goal, but
I was slightly confused the whole time, which I guess was probably
but
because
she's confused.
She's confused. Yeah.
You know, so you know, but in terms of the animation, I'm not as much of a fan of this story. Just because it was, I just felt that she just did not get over herself until like the last 5% of the film, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
You know, so that was sort of the thing.
Yeah.
I like the idea that, that would be a spoiler. I'm not going to say that, but again, well done.
Yeah.
Well done in terms of the animation, but not the strongest of the stories. Anything else?
No.
Okay, so that brings us to the last episode, or the last segment.
Yeah, all I wrote down was certainly unique. I did not.
So the title of this one is Black.
It was it was too trippy. For me. It was too trippy for me to understand. I could not follow it.
You know, I think, like, I had.
It was the life of a stormtrooper, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was
trippy,
what is happening in terms of a stormtrooper's perspective, but it's all done in
trippy.
There's no dialogue. It's all, and the choice of music is hilarious.
It was really weird.
You got like some Dixieland jazz.
It was too weird for me.
And you got it was an art film. It was a total art film. Actually, I was so curious. I wanted to see what the description was.
What?
And it really was.
What's the description?
You know, it was an animator's anime, like, or an animator's thing. Like this. So if you are an animator, this is like playing to everything that you love about your craft. Basically, that's how the director felt about it, and I could see what he's getting at with that.
For me.
But in terms of it's not at all like any of the other ones. You're not getting a story. You don't have any character development. It's totally not. It's all about the visual. I couldn't even figure out if there was one character. And still, at the end, I'm not quite sure. But but it really is. And you see all kinds of battles, and then that interlude where he's like with his partner.
Yeah.
Total break from it, and then you go like, very cool, but an art film. It's hard even to describe it in the context of the other ones because it's just not the same. It's not like a no.
Yeah.
But I thought it was. I mean, obviously, it was well done. Yeah. Right, it was well done. It just personally wasn't for me. I it was great. Did not expect it. We'll just put it that way. And then they end off the season with that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that would have been my choice to end the season off.
I don't think, because I think they're just meant to just watch them. I don't think you can.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I think they are released sequentially. I don't think they're all released at the same time. I think there's like a release
no, they are. No, they're released at the same time.
Are they?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
so you can watch them
back
whatever
and check
order you
that.
want.
But I thought that there was like different.
They're all at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they're not sequential, so there's no need to release them one at a time.
Okay. Well, no, but yeah. Okay, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Black.
Yeah.
There's no spoiler involved with this
because I didn't even understand what was going on.
But it really,
I literally can't.
No, but I mean, right away, I knew it was like the perspective.
Yeah, I got it was the stormtrooper, but that's all I got.
And I sort of get like I was sort of left with the sense that, you know, if you're in the Empire, the life of a stormtrooper could be quite exciting, right? Do you know what I mean? You get to travel.
Yeah, sure.
You're in these, epic places.
Yeah, but like you die and no one cares about you.
Well, I mean,
your employer
but that's what the interlude was important for, because it shows that they also have a life and a family and people who care about them, right? And I think that if you go back to Andor, that's what they do there, right? They have these characters that you don't like, but they have families, right? So I think that's sort of what that was getting at, and I thought, wow, it's very. I guess Black was thought provoking. We'll put it that way. makes you think about it a little bit more.
I was trying to understand it. That's what I was thinking about.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was my feeling on it. Right.
Okay.
So I don't know, how long are we at here?
I don't know.
I think I'll say I was going to talk about something else, but I'll save it for.
Yeah, we've been talking for a while.
I'll save it for another. I'll save it for another podcast because I just thought this was anime oriented and I want to talk about comic books. But
yeah,
I'll talk about it again. So I think we're done talking about Visions.
What were your favorite this season?
Oh, my favorite in the third season?
I dropped my notes again.
My favorite. Okay, like I'll end off with that. This one was harder. Did I say someplace in here what my favorite was? Oh, that was hard.
Okay. I'm gonna pick 3, so
you go and you pick yours, and then I'll come up with mine.
2 of them are very obvious because I've expressed my love for the original, so I liked the Lost Ones and I liked Payback. I also like Song of the Four Winds. I like Four Wings. I like that one. Just I don't know why, I just like that soundtrack. It was a soundtrack.
There's a soundtrack.
It's a soundtrack.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, nothing against Child of Hope, but the love of the soundtrack was not enough for me to rank that as one of my favorites. It wouldn't
make it go over the top.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with the Lost Ones.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. Yeah. Okay, I agree.
I'll go with that one.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was my sense of that.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So we'll sort of wind down then. If you've seen Visions, please make a comment.
Interact with us.
Let us know what you thought. I know this was a lot to do all 3 at the same time, but we had sort of discussed to just do season 3, but then we had to rewatch season 1,
anyway.
and I hadn't seen season 2, so we just went for it. So in future, if there's a season or a series or whatever, volume 4, we'll probably just do volume 4.
There will be.
And then,
there must be,
so this would be like a prelude to our review of volume 4. And if we go by the way it's going, it would be,
probably
we are now in 2026, so it would be next year.
Yeah.
If it goes by the same pattern.
Probably. So probably we won't get a sequel to the Ninth Jedi until like 2029 or something like that.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. Because it takes time to make these things. So we'll go forward with that. But so what did you see? What did you see if you saw Visions? Did you see all 4 volumes or 3 volumes? 3 volumes. Whatever. Let us know what you thought. And on that note, we will wind down this podcast. Again. And because we didn't talk about our favorites. All right. So again, and we usually end by thanking you for listening, especially if you got this far, and being an important part of the Birds on Power Lines podcast.